Time home buyers tax lien buyback program. And I'm here to show you today how to buy tax liens. Like every American family, I know that you and your family have the dreams of being a homeowner. And as a potential home buyer, I want to show you some great and innovative ways of researching and development. Most people start off by looking for locations, properties, realtors, and mortgages to purchase their home. To find out that they're dealing with a limited budget, sometimes can restrict their home buying process, making it stressful, can be fun, can seem impossible and really hard. So as a new home buyer, we know that the importance is to try to find innovative ways to be a homeowner as well as capitalize on the process. As a new homeowner, you jump through loops and also hurdles to make sure you have everything you need for that loan application. To find out, once you're approved by the loan, you may have an interest rate that you may not be comfortable with or may have you paying your mortgage for the rest of your life. So I'm here to show you today a new way to purchase homes. And I know you're wondering, like, what other way can you purchase homes and own property? And there's many, many innovative ways to go about purchasing properties without having a large mortgage. It's called the lien process. You do about the same research that you do to buy a home. All right. So welcome to Primetime Home Buyers, the buyback team. And we're here on Hints on and Tips on Mondays. And we have an amazing presentation for you. So just bear with the process while we continue to get things started and make sure that everything is presented correctly for you. And I'm here to show successful future. Excuse me, my computer is resetting right now. buyer, we know that the point is to try to find innovative ways to be a homeowner as well as capitalizing on the process. As a new homeowner, you jump through loops and also hurdles to make sure you have everything you need for that loan application. To find out what's your proof by the loan, you may have an interest rate that you may not be comfortable with or may have you paying your mortgage for the rest of your life. So I'm here to show you today a new way to purchase homes. And I know you're wondering, like, what other way can you purchase homes and own property? And there's many innovative ways to go about purchasing properties without having a large mortgage. It's called the tax lien process. With the tax lien process, you do about the same research that you will do to buy a home. Buying tax liens can take place in Texas or all over the United States. Tax lien process is pretty simple once you get the hang of it. This process has been going on for years, and this process will help you obtain property and or homes of a fraction of the cost through tax lien foreclosure process. Our team is here to show you the easy, comprehensible way to obtain tax liens. You can do this by becoming a partner, or you can be your own private investor to obtain your own property for you and your family's needs. So join our team today to possibly be a new homeowner, or just learn good innovative ways to obtain property to become an investor. Here, our goal at Primetime Home Buyers is to make the process of home buying easier and less expensive for the average person. There's many people in the industry of buying tax liens, and we here at Primetime Home Buyers want to show you the easy way to obtain property. Sign up below for course details, and you can receive your comprehensive guide to purchasing your home through the tax lien process. Blessings. Welcome to Primetime Home Buyers, the Buyback Mondays, hints and tips. I'm so sorry for my tardiness. We are here now and ready to get started. I hope you had an amazing day. I hope you guys are ready to think like a tax lien investor, because that's what today's topic is about, getting in the mindset of a tax lien investor. And I want to talk about a few things, strategizing your investment. But before we actually strategize our investment for tax liens, you have to strategize your life. You have to strategize your life. So there's a lot of people that are going through, revamping their situation, budgeting, planning, really wanted to change their situation and looking forward to the future. And the only way that can actually be a successful future, my computer is resetting right now as we talk, because literally my computer's been acting up. So I just wanted to let y'all know that's why I've been missing, some of my broadcasts. That's why I'm not double broadcasting today right now. I'm working on new equipment. So in the next 2 weeks, we're going to have things up and running. It's going to be better. We're going to have our studio looking a little bit better, sound better, and everything. So I just want to say thank you for at least having the patience and understanding. So that was my computer in the background resetting itself. Now, as I talk about mindset, it starts with a mindset. So a couple of months ago, I talked about budgeting and basically like getting ready for the change and really making that sacrifice. So with everything comes a sacrifice. With every blessing comes a sacrifice. So the first thing that you have to sacrifice is your wants. We have to budget
versus our wants versus our needs. Because those wants, the monies that's allocated to those wants, we're going to reallocate them to your potential investment. So that's what I want you to, look at. If you are that type of person that have a hard time saving, or you're just like an advocate spender, you just love spending money, you may want to set another goal in mind, and that will stop you from actually, splurging and going the wrong direction when you have a real goal that your heart is set on, such as investment property, such as your first property, such as being a landowner. That is a goal that will replace any want that you will have, especially when you understand your finances, especially when you understand assets versus liability, especially when you're on the mindset of building a legacy. And when you're in the mindset of building a legacy, that means sacrifice comes and it starts at home. So I'm saying to you, to start off, you have to have a budget, and that is having a savings plan. Myself, I suggest for the new person who's coming into the tax lien game, at least try to save at least $2,500 to $5,000 to start. You can buy more than one tax lien with $2,500 over the counter. Okay, we show you this method. You don't have to go to a high volume tax lien auction your first time and maybe be defeated. You may be successful. You may overbid, or you may be kicked out of the next auction if you overbid. But I'm just playing. But what that goes to say, you want to set things in motion where you're actually understanding and comprehending this information. Now, when it comes to comprehension means that you can take information and you can say it back in another way. You can say it back in your own way. That's when you are comprehending information. And that's what we do in the program. We have a comprehensive program that allows you to understand it, and you can practice yourself. You can practice while the videos are doing what it's doing. You can go on the phone and Google your state and things that we're going to talk about today while the video is playing, while you're taking notes and listening, using your visual, your auditory, and your tactile learning. And this is going to allow you, even if you don't think you know, you will know. You will end up being on beast mode. That's what the buyback team is about. The buyback team is here to set you on being on beast mode. And if you don't understand what that means being a goat. That means being able to talk about more than one subject matter in a comprehensive way and allow someone else to learn that subject matter. And I promise you, after you take this course, you will be able to talk about so many subjects, because that's what Last You Do. That's what we do here. We love to learn. And if you love to learn, this is the place for you. If you love to build your knowledge, this is the place for you. If you don't, if you think everything's going to come easy, this is not the place for you. We're building oak trees, we're building palm trees, we're building strong seeded trees that may take a little second to grow. But when it grows, it's going to flourish. We promise. And this allows you to have time to build yourself up while you're participating in real estate. So let's get to it. I got some notes so I can stay on point, okay? So you have to come up with an investment goal. That is strategizing. Strategizing entails you saying, hey, I want to invest in tax liens for this purpose. We're not even talking about a state. We're talking about for a purpose. What's your purpose? Do you want residual income? Do you want to get the property? Or do you want land? Do you want commercial property? What do you want? And what are you going to do with this property? So starting off with starting to think of these concepts and also analyzing. I'm taking the time to just analyze. I made that word up. Use your analyzing skills. But you want to analyze, honestly, the market. You want to specifically understand what you can do that's going to make you successful. You got to play your opponent. So in a market like this, you don't want to get 5 properties at the same time, because you may not have people to rent those properties out. In this market, you may want to get land. You may want to start doing your own farm. in this market. Hint, hint. So you have to understand your investment goals so you can start making a strategy. And that's what we talk about on hints and tips. Not so I do apologize. On Mondays, where we talk about why to invest, what are the key elements of having an investment mind and getting in the game correctly. We need you to be successful. I need you to win. Why? I'll tell you later. All right. So, good credit versus bad credit. Someone asked me, do I need credit? Do I need credit? My credit, I'm working on it. Yes, you need good credit. But you need good credit to do everything else except for investing tax liens and tax deeds. How about that? I got you. Okay. So with that goes to say, good credit is good because you want to be able to take that credit and maybe allocate it to some more investments because you can, withdraw money from a credit line, a loan after you get, a good thread on this process. But before that, I don't suggest you go down that route. I suggest you start to budget and strategize. You give yourself 3 to 6 months to learn this process, to understand what's a tax lien, what's a tax deed, what states are I'm interested in, what is my actual potential for foreclosing on properties here. Because if you invest in, right off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember, Jersey has about a 90% redemption rate. So if you invest in Jersey, you're literally an investor. So you know you're going to get that residual income and things like that because people pay their taxes out there and maybe late, but they get paid. That's just something that I have learned from research. And that's what you're going to learn from your research when you look up your state and county following the program. Okay? So you have good credit versus bad credit. You can take your bad credit and work on it. You can take that credit and say, hey, what I'm going to do now, I have these credit cards. I'm going to consolidate these credit cards right now. I'm going to put myself on a budget. This is how much my rent, this is how much my mortgage is. This is how much it takes for me to feed my family, my insurance, my car note. The main necessities, you get them all in a bundle and you versus that to your income. And whatever's left, then you come up with a saving and investment plan. So let's say I only have $100 left a month, or every 2 weeks. I have $100 left every 2 weeks to save. Now, $100 every 2 weeks is not going to get you to your $5,000 goal, but it's going to get you to start to get into the mode of saving, budgeting, and spending correctly. You have to be successful in the tax lien game. You got to know the numbers and you got to keep your stuff together, especially if you got more than one tax lien going on, deeds going on, properties. You want to be thorough. You want to be able to document everything and guide your boat. This is going to be your business. You want to guide your boat, so you want to be knowledgeable. And that starts with being a wise spender, a budgeter, and sacrificing. And I'm really talking about this because you have to be thorough in this. That's how you start before you even get in the program. Have the mindset to say that I'm going to get my credit together. I'm going to make sure that I don't do extra spending. If I buy 10 cups of coffee a week, I'm going to buy a bag of coffee, make my coffee at home, and bring it to work, and then make some more, and probably get some extra donuts this week, just because I saved money. This is the mindset where we need, I can say that we need to have for us to be successful, especially coming in a game like this. Okay? So, have your strategy. Do you know what you want? I want land. I want a house. I want to get commercial property. There is some commercial property you can find on the list. As we showed you, Clayton County about 6 months ago, they had a hotel up there. Okay? They paid the hotel off, but it was up there. Okay? So it's always hope. It's hope there, baby. I saw a dentist office up there. I saw a few locations, especially in the outside of Atlanta area. So have your hopes up, have your goal, and once you have your eyes on the prize, you're going to find it. A positive mind begets a positive outcome. So remember that. So now we have our budget and our savings goal. We understand what investment we want. We kind of understand the tax lien game. We want to come in through the tax lien versus the D's right now because we have a lower investment capital. So let's say when we get a few returns, we make them invest that into a deed. And by that time, you should understand how a deed process works. And you should understand how to research the state law. Is this deed is going to be clear of all encumbrance? Or do the county actually give you a clear title? Is it, and this would be all the information you can find while you're budgeting, planning, researching, and learning the tax lien game. This is not here today, gone tomorrow. The program is literally 14 hours of information that's downloadable videos. You move at your own pace, and it is in sequence order. But you have the right to do an hour here, 2 hours there, 3 hours there. My thing is to set a schedule and be consistent and get through it. Once you get through it, you're going to understand what you need to do. Then you could just go back and look at the parts you need. And most likely you're going to review the title part, because the title part is about 3.5 hours of that information, where you're going to understand how to do a soft title search, as well as a deed review, understand the deed, how to read, what to look for, cross-reference. We going to put you on beast mode, because I know how to teach. We know how to teach here. This is what we do. We're going to teach for comprehension, and you're going to be successful. Okay? So, moving forward, like we said, investment plan. Now, if we have $100 a month, you can literally take $75 and save it. Okay? I mean, $175 every 2 weeks. So that's like $125. You'll save a month times 12 months. You'll have $1,200 at least, $1,300 in 1 year if you do it that way. But you can't find tax liens that's $500. I promise you. Over the counter, if you go in certain counties, you will be able to find some. I can show you some of the tax liens that we invested in first. And it was a very low amount, because I can't lose. I can't be losing a lot of money. I'm a single mama. We had to make sure that we're going to get these returns. So don't count yourself out if you can't save a lot. But start to save and look at the list. Look at the list. They have over-the-counter lists. We talked about over-the-counter of states where you can find over-the-counter, and you have a good pick of at least 10 states where you can start just looking at the over-counter list and possibly get it in a state that you don't live in, and be a owner of a residence in another state, just because you did it over the counter and passive. You wouldn't, and then you didn't even think that you was going to do it because it was such a low rate on the actual tax lien. But some of these parcels are really low, especially when they're in the country. Now, we teach you how to make sure that you don't get properties that's lock-ins, because we teach you how to identify it. Once you know how to identify, you have the keys. It's a done deal. You're going to look at a map and say, oh, no, this is a landlocked. We can't have this. This has no resources here. It has no utilities. So it costs us about this amount of money to get this done. So, no, we don't want that, because this is not part of our investment. Oh, this is not a landlocked, but it don't have utilities, but that's okay. We're looking to do farmland. We're looking to build or sublease the land to the utilities company. We're going to teach you that. Once you learn it, you're going to apply it to every single state. You're going to be, I promise you, you're going to be like, okay, nope. You're going to look at the list like, no, we don't want this, that, and the third. And we teach you this way manually, because you can go on a lot of platforms and go in like, the house is worth this. This is the tax lien list. This is the date of the tax lien sale. And then go, this is the application. That's fine. That's fine. But are you safe? Did you do your due diligence? Do you know the properties that you're interested in even have an IRS lien? Do you know if the deed is consecutive? No. You may be stuck with these type of problems that you could eliminate it if you did the research prior. So it is good to have these secondary platforms as well, because it makes it easy for you to give you that base information. But we want you to be on beast mode. We want you to go to the realtor like, hey, this is the property. This is what I found. This is our parcel number, owner information. I need you to find this on the house. Is there any more properties connected to this owner? Okay? So now you want to start looking for your state. Now you know your investment, goal. You got your budget going. You're like, all right, what type of state I want to go into? You chose, you want a tax lien. You're going to go on tax lien. You chose over the counter. We're going to look for those specific states. We got 10 options. Which one we want? We want a state by the water. We want a state by here. We want a state that have colleges. You choose that based on your research. You go research. We show you how to research the state information. And you can go to the Secretary of State website, find a lot, or go specifically to the county that you choose. After you go to the Secretary of State, find out about the counties, kind of like search around. We give you links in the directory to actually go into each county public website, such as tax assessor's office, the recorder's office. We have a lot of references on that actual directory. But what that goes to say, you can do that yourself. You can type the state information as well as the county information and literally say tax assessor's office tax lien list. Go there, it's going to get you there, but you want to be able to identify the right website. So we teach you how to identify the right website, because there are other hosts, third-party advertising, because there are people who are getting hip to this tax lien game. But we don't want you to go and have to pay when you can go do this stuff manually yourself. We'll save you a lot of money. Okay, so moving forward, you choose your state. Now you get in contact with the county. You know your base goal. I want this type of property. I'm going to do this. I can do this in this county. You need to find out about zoning. You need to know what is the actual area. What are you able to do in that area? Is it conducive to your goals? Teach you about zoning. We have a zoning section as well. We go over zoning here. We do lives about that, and you're going to find that when we upload. But you just take your time. All the videos are labeled. So pray that we have what you need or what you're looking for at your level of understanding. And we're going to talk about that, the levels of the program, so you can understand which way you would like to enter. So you base your goal on your interest, on your land. You want interest? Do you want a home? Get the list. Register for the tax lien. To add second keyboard. This thing messing with me. All right, register for the tax lien. And then now, tax lien sale. I'm getting distracted because this thing resetting on me. So you'll register for the sale if you're ready. But before you go register, you'll take that list and you'll start to do your research. Now, it's over the counter. So your competition is probably there, but it's not a lot. So you take your over the counter list, you're looking, okay, I got like 20 properties to look through, maybe 50, maybe it's a lot, depending on the state. Now we're going to be able to play around with this list and go look place by place to understand how we do the process. We're going to pay attention to the parcel, owner information, address, the amount that's due, how many, because you're going to look at the amount due because you want to make sure that all of the tax liens that are late, all the taxes that are late are on that specific one. So you want to ask the county that, because some states, some counties, they split them up and you have to kind of go back and look for them, and that's based on their redemption time. But some of them actually just put them all together for you, especially when they sold over the counter. Okay, so those are some of the things you need to pay attention to. And you start your research. You get on your researcher roll. The key thing right now, once you have that list, is to figure out your end goal. Now we know what you want your end goal. But you'll say, how do I get to my end goal? Now this is a tax lien state. It's over the counter, but what is the foreclosure process? Do I have to do a judicial foreclosure process or a non-judicial foreclosure process? And that entails if you're going to have to hire a lawyer or you're going to do it yourself to put people on notice and go file your papers in court on time. And literally, if you want to research that, you can. But the best thing I suggest, especially when you're doing it the first time, do your research. Learn how the foreclosure process works. We're going to be releasing that program in January of how to do the foreclosure. That's going to come right after we do the deed program that's going to be coming out in November. Okay, so you're going to understand how to do, and a deed is pretty simple. Deed is just like a tax lien. We're going to give you some more key indicators, and it's going to be much cheaper. And the ones that's already in the buyback team, bought the full course, you're definitely going to get it way cheaper than everybody else. You're not going to get it the same rate. Don't even worry. So it's going to be addition to yours, okay? So what that goes to say, you want to find out, what foreclosure process do I have to? spend to make sure I close the deal. You have to start looking for the end result before you even move forward. So we're looking at what we're going to do to close the deal. And God be the glory, we may not have to do a foreclosure process, but maybe we do. And if you do and you buy a tax lien that's $1,500, because that's all you had, now you have a couple of months to build money to start doing the foreclosure process. Now, let's say you bought it over the counter and the redemption time in this state is about 2 years. And this tax lien certificate been sitting for 1 year. That means you have one more year to start to be able to do foreclosure on that specific tax certificate because it was sold a year prior. It's not the time you bought it. It's the time that it was sold at the tax lien sale if you did not buy it specifically. So just please be aware of that. Don't get caught up in the hip hop because if you wait too long, your tax lien certificate may expire. But if you move, too fast, then you ain't gonna be able to do anything anyway. They're gonna be like, you can't do anything. So with that goes to say, look at the light at the end of the tunnel. What do I have to do? Okay. And from there, now you can start to put all your eggs in the ducky. Okay. So as far as operation, you're talking about operation. All you need is a computer, a printer, and internet service, phone service. You can do it from your phone, but I say internet. I like the laptop, because it's bigger. Y'all new age people, you do everything from your phone, but I need something big or something I can highlight with my highlighter, not with physical one, but I like to do stuff. So anyway, with that goes to say, have those in specific equipments because this is 70% online when you're doing the tax lien process in all different states. Okay, 70% online, unless you're going to be going to the ones that have to make you go to the auction, and you're going to still be doing 70% online, and then head your butt out to that auction on time to participate. Okay, if that's what you want to do. So you identify all your setup needs, the things you need. So also, I want you to start to get your key list together of the agencies that you need. We have a checkoff list there. So not only would you need a tax lien list, that's not the only thing you need, guys. I got the tax lien list. I'm done. I'm participating. No. These entities you must know. The county tax assessor's office to get the tax information, as well as the county. I do apologize. The clerk office, as well as you want to know the appraiser's office. You want to see any appraisals that was done, old appraisals that's done. You want to, if they have the records in the courts, that's where you're going to go. But sometimes they have them on government websites. So you'll go to government websites that they have them on, and we give you some examples because sometimes these house searches is done and on a state level as well. Maryland has that. So you'll be able to go to the state registry and go through all of the counties, pick the county from the state registry, and go one by one from there if you didn't understand what I was saying. So you want to know about the court recorder's office because you're going to be doing some research there. You want to find the deed. Okay? I'm giving you hints. If I ain't giving you everything to get you started, you'll be doing it. Just doing it without the program. But the program gonna make you a beast. The program gonna make you a beast. Okay? So you want to look at the court recorder's office to get specific information that you needed. You want to find out about judgments, court orders, all types of things you can find out that's on the estate or on the owner. Because the owner may have things that's connected to them, that's connected to the house. Okay, like a wife, like an heir. You understand what I'm saying? Let's be aware of all the things that's going on because then you go to foreclose on a property and it's a child come up and say, no, you're not going to buy my granddad's house. We want the property. You see what I'm saying? So you at least want to understand what may happen or may occur. So you also want to have good access to maps. We show you how to use the GIS map. That is one of the main maps that you can use. But there are different GIS maps because each state may have their own. And then there's also general GIS maps that you can sign up for, especially if you're a high value investor. And we tell you to sign up for them because that's going to be able to allow you to do your investments properly. Hold on one second because my phone going to die. Y'all know I'm on my phone today. I'm not on my laptop. My laptop is resetting right now as we speak. But I want to make sure that we don't get disconnected. I think we good. So with that goes to say, you start to move on and you want to get that information pertaining to the owner, what's related to them as family, state information. Also, as we move on, as I said, I do apologize. The GIS map, you want to compare all maps, and that is the Google map. You want to go on to a realtor map. You want to go to the tax assessors map and the GIS map and make sure they are all correct. So that's also going to be your point of reference if anything was to happen with the location not being correct versus the description. Okay. All right. So you want to know information such as other tax information. So that's very important. So you want to make sure if you're going to invest in this, that you're investing in all the tax liens. You don't want to just invest in one and then there's a bunch of them out there or somebody else have them and then you have to pay that person out to get that tax lien or to foreclose and you got to pay them interest and penalty too. You got to pay them that. So you want to be on point about that, okay? If unsure about some of the information pertaining to the actual property and want to find out a little bit more, call the tax assessor's office. They're going to kind of direct you to where you'll be able to find the mapping information, where their government websites, because each county is different. So sometimes you may have a hard time, especially if it's rural. You may have a little harder time. And if you're nice and pleasant, the assessor's office will be like, hey, well, you just go to the government website at sosww.maryland.kub, whatever.com. You see what I'm saying? So keep that in mind. The county treasury office, because sometimes they're in charge of the tax lien sale. The county clerk office, because you're going to get a lot of records there if they have them there, filings there. You're not going to get the tax lien list there, but there's certain things you need, okay? And as we talked about the court recorder. So ensure sufficient funds are available. That's why we say if you're a new tax lien investor, don't go to the auction 1,000, 2, 1,000, 3, 1,000. Oh, I ain't got the money. No. Don't get yourself caught up. Take your time. This is not a race. There's a lot of land that's there, and it's enough for you, me, and a lot of people. They just making it seem like it's not. It's enough. Just take your time. If it's for you, it will be for you. I always tell people, take your time. What God has for you, can't nobody take it away. You know that. Okay? So ensure that the funds are available. Plan to spend excess funds and unexpected costs, and that means the excess funds may be, hey, some states have extra fees. Florida, Jersey, Colorado, we learned about. They have extra little things going on with their tax liens, especially Jersey. And I'm from Jersey. They just be trying to sock it to your pockets, okay? So pay attention to those things because you may have extra spending and you done did a bid. It said my bid was $5,000 and that's all you had. And you don't have the rest to close the bid off and then that becomes a problem. So you don't want to do that to yourself, okay? So we talked about itemizing your living expenses. Knowing your living expenses versus your business expenses versus your savings and things like that. Have these things drawn out. And before we move on, I'm gonna have to show you how you can have these things drawn out. This is my personal book, but this is actually I Am Debt Free. This is a book that we have come up with at Primetime Home Buyers to help the new debt saver figure out what to do. This book is so good. My daughter loved it. She's like, oh my God, this is the best book because it made me remember everything. And she's literally writing and doodling and bringing things to life. You can put things in the planner. You can pay bills and it be inside of your bank account. But when you write and you strategize, you're bringing these things to life. No matter how much we have technology around us, we know the power of manifestation comes through our words and through our writing creativity, not through typing on the keyboard. So with that goes to say, I can't show you my bills, but I will show you our page that I have completed. Or matter of fact, the book starts off with you want to set your goals. You want to set your goal, the year. And setting the goals is the key to getting started. So my goal is to save $100,000 this year and to have $150,000 just to play with. Hey, everybody got goals. What's your goal? That's not my goal. I'm just playing. I'm just throwing things out there. But you have your goal. Now, this is the example page. We have an example page to show you specifically how to start getting your savings together. On this page right here, you will have a list of your actual bills that you pay. And then you will have the weeks in the month, the amount of how much the bill is due, when did you pay it, and then the balance at the end. You can put your goal. We have other little bills here, but here you'll be able to fill these sections out because they're empty. Okay? We just wanted to type that in for you. So then here, this is a little bit more complicated because this is typed in, so we show you. But basically, in this monthly planner, we have a section where it's going to give you a section to put your income, where your income is coming from, the source, how much is the income, your monthly expenses is going to be right under that. And that's going to allow you just to do a quick calculation. So you got your income, and then you have your monthly expenses. You do a quick calculation right here, and you're going to know what you're going to be able to use to do your monthly savings. So we want to go. I have this blank. So you're going to put your goal. I want to say 15% of my income. I want to say $25 a month, 20, whatever it is, and then your income. Subtract your expenses. We have that here, and then we're gonna have our monthly savings. So you know what you have here, and that's what you're gonna be able to use. So here go your monthly investment goal. We have the money came down here. That's about 19% of your actual income. You can start to determine this stuff. You can start to see in your own what you can do. So this is just an example as well as investment amount. So now we got $770 savings. What we gonna do with that? We're going to take $500 and we're going to put it in Robinhood, Bitcoin, and gold. We're going to put 200, 200, 100. And now we have an extra $270. What we're going to do with that? Save it to get tax liens. How about that? Okay, so this book is also available in the store section of Primetime Home Buyers. This as well as the directory. This will help you. I promise you. It's amazing. It's amazing. My daughter go back like, oh my God, guess what? I paid my bills. I didn't even know I paid my bills. She'll be so into it. Like she pay all her stuff in that 1 week because she want her book to look nice or whatever. You got all the money paid in that 1 week. But you know, you have certain things to do on the 1st, the 15th. You use those things. You strategize. Okay? So your living expenses has to be strategized. You have to have a clear plan of what is what so you can be successful. We're making you successful. We're going to think about everything. Okay? So plan your investment spending and your return. Okay? Make a good, thorough plan. This is actually our checkoff list I'm going over with you. But there's just a few bits of it as well as, you know, some other things we're just talking about. But I want you to know what you're getting. You got access to all of this. Just go and just look at it. Read it on your break. Whatever. Listen to it on the way home. You can play it in your car. Listen to me talk how to research. And you're gonna hear my voice and it's gonna replay in your head. You're gonna be looking at that list like, oh no, not gonna do that. Oh no, let me go look at that. Oh, this looks suspect. Why is this much? Why is the price value this and the taxes this? What's going on out there? That's how you're gonna think, okay? So keep a consistent schedule and stick to it. That has to be the most or the best advice I can give you. It is so hard to have a schedule and stick to it, especially me. I'm a fly by night. I want to do my own thing. I want to fly in the wind, but you can't always fly in the wind. You got to stabilize yourself. You have to stay still. You have to be consistent. It could be dysfunctional consistency. Okay, what I mean by dysfunctional consistency? You say this, like, okay, my son, dysfunctional consistency. Now, with him, he's very different. He's very unconventional. He loves to do his thing as far as his business, and that be his thing. But then I have to keep him on his work, make sure that he's, ready to start college and things like that. So now I'm like, hey, you got this business course that you need to start taking, but it's a self-driven business course. He has to do it himself. So I'm like, you have to pick 2 hours for at least 3 days a week to do this. What we're going to do? So we literally talked about it like, hey, this is my schedule. I sleep to this time, wake up this time, do 2 hours on this day, and this day. At least giving himself 6 hours out of the week to self-study. This program is not getting him any grades. It's literally to build his skills as a business person. He needs to learn how to do business. So we have him enrolled in a free business course. If you need to learn how to establish your business, you need help, please join the Secure Your Energy Building Generational Wealth on Facebook, that group. I share information there pertaining to that. Um, just the other day, I think I have some information actually to upload about more business plan templates for people as well. Um, Managing your QuickBooks, not just QuickBooks, but managing your business. But you want to be able how to make an income statement. You want to know what an income statement is. You want to know what to prepare yourself for. Well, you need to expand your business. And your business is tax lien investments. And then once you get your assets, you got your credits together now. 1 year later, your credit score got up to 7 and change. You done got 2 tax deeds on GP, or you got 2 tax liens that you just foreclosed on. You got their value now. You can take that and bubble up. You can take that and do something. Just for you starting slow. Take your time. You're not in a race with no one. Don't worry about no one else on the internet. They're all fake, except for me. I'm just playing. No, you know how people are. Oh, showboat. I'm a millionaire. I'm this. We're not. We're here to build you from where you're at and bring you up, because we need more than just Instagram millionaires. We need everybody to be able to put their hand in the pot. Because if you understand when I talk about generational wealth, building generational wealth, as well as here, is that us as the people, we have to control our economy. And the only way we're going to do that is by understanding our economy, understanding what assets versus liability, understanding what is your net worth, understanding how to manipulate the credit loan situation if that's where you want to go, understanding how to build value in yourself, build value in your family, build generational wealth by taking your time. Okay, so let's see if we can start to wrap up this live. I hope I shared a lot of information just to get you in that tax lien mind. You know, I gotta always mess with my forehead because I got this hairstyle. I got my forehead off. Anyway, don't laugh at Lashley. I'm gonna be hilarious sometimes. But with that goes to say, want to put you in the tax lien mind. You have to be thorough. And that is, you will be thorough no matter what level you are. That is because you took your time and you learned at your pace. But you learned for critical thinking and to actually be a beast. And the only way you will beast if you can spit it out your way, not the way somebody else said it, the way you comprehend it, the way it made sense to you, and you can explain it to someone at the 5th grade level. If you're able to break down a complicated situation to a 5th grade level, you got it. And by the end of our program, you will have it. So to close, I just want to clarify how our program is set up. Now we have 3 things going on. We have a $25 membership. The $25 membership consists of you basically being part of the buyback team, the community. You'll be able to see the videos that we upload here. You'll be able to see some of the trust videos, but you'll have more consecutiveness and consistency to the video topics. Okay, you'll be able to be part of the study hall, be able to go to the blog spot, do those things, and just be part of the community, as well as go get referrals as well, and you get 1 free consultation if you need it for whatever. And we do have also other consultations for you $25 members, because you are the ones that understand tax liens already. You are the ones that understand it. You say, hey, I got that. I don't need the program. I know how to do my title search. I know about that. I did this already. But I want to be part of a community that's literally always learning, always sharing information and excelling. That's what we are building here, is a community of people who want to actually thrive and be able to spit this out like and have a portfolio like, whoa. Okay, that's the goal. So with that goes to say, you will be part of the $25 membership. So we have an intro course for the newbie. Newbie means someone who just like, okay, tax liens, what the hell is that? Yeah, I be seeing them at the county staff. What they doing over there? That's for you. You're like, okay, it tells you what's a tax lien versus a tax deed. It breaks down where you go get the list from, who does what, how the tax lien get on the actual home, what's redemption, what's your options. It just literally, it makes you understand what everything is, and you can get started. You can go find the list after you finish. You'll be able to go to do a few state searches if you want to, and find the county, because that's how much information is in the first 4 hours. As you go on into the program, that's the free one. You want to advance. So once you're done, you get all the free information you need. You go tax lien sale if you want to. Love it. But if you want to be thorough and you want to do your due diligence and not get caught with a dud, maybe a stud, maybe an IRS hub, this IRS lien, you will join the full course. It trains you. I teach you how to look at the deed and read the right information. You don't. The deeds be long as hell. They long. You got to go through them. My eyes are pretty trained for long documents to look for things that's important. So I'm helping you